The top 5 freakiest coincidences in history. Number 5. The Twins. Twin brothers Jim Lewis and Jim Springer were separated at birth and adopted by different families. Unknowingly, both families named the boys James. Both Jameses grew up not knowing anything about the other, yet both sought law enforcement training, had abilities in mechanical drawing and carpentry, and each had married women named Linda. Both had sons who they named James Allen. The twin brothers also divorced their wives and married other women, both named Betty. Furthermore, they both owned dogs, which they named Toy. Number 4. Hugh Williams. In 1660, a ship sank off the coast of Dover, and the only survivor was Hugh Williams. In 1767, another ship sank in the same spot, and the sole survivor was named Hugh Williams. In 1820, a ship capsized on the Thames, and the only man left alive was Hugh Williams. And in 1940, a German mine blew up a ship, leaving 2 survivors, a man and his nephew, both named Hugh Williams. Number 3. The Mystery Monk. In 19th century Austria, a painter named Joseph Aigner attempted suicide on several occasions. During his first attempt to hang himself at the age of 18, Aigner was interrupted by a mysterious monk. And again at age 22, he was prevented from hanging himself by the very same monk. 8 years later at 30, he was sentenced to death for his less than honest political activities. But again, his life was saved by the intervention of the same monk. At age 68, Joseph Aigner finally succeeded in committing suicide, using a pistol to shoot himself in the head. Aigner's funeral was conducted by this same enigmatic monk, whom Aigner never knew personally. Number 2. The Royal Restauranteur. In Monza, Italy, King Umberto I went to a small restaurant for dinner. When the owner took King Umberto's order, the king noticed that he and the restaurant owner very much resembled each other, in face and in build. Both men began discussing the striking resemblances and found many more similarities. Both men were born on the same day, of the same year, in the same town. Also, both men married women named Margherita. The restaurateur opened his restaurant on the same day that King Umberto was crowned King of Italy. Later, in July 1900, King Umberto was informed that the restaurateur had died in a shooting accident. As the king mourned that day for his doppelganger, he was assassinated by an anarchist. Number 1. The Titan. A luxury liner crosses the Atlantic and hits an iceberg. There aren't enough lifeboats for everyone on board, and more than half of the passengers and crew perish in the freezing water. This is obviously the infamous story of the Titanic. But you may not realize it is also the plot of the novel Futility, published in 1898, 14 years before the sinking of the Titanic. And in one final twist, the name of the fictional ship was the Titan. Stories like these make you wonder, is there really any such thing as a coincidence? Or is there something more to it?